Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order can emerge, a new era.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle.
The law of the jungle. In the UK, we have a very popular genre of music amongst the young people called jungle music. Now, in the terms of the agenda, the Order of the Barbarians wanted to turn poor districts into the law of the jungle, which means the survival of the fittest, aka chaos, order out of chaos. So isn't it ironic that one of the most popular genres around young people, particularly where I grew up in the UK, is called jungle music, and it features chaotic, mind-controlling MK Ultra beats, whilst getting person's mind perhaps wired in particularly poorer areas, and perhaps conditioning them towards the law of the jungle. This could be related to the phrase we see in the letter attributed to Albert Pike, which describes the agenda for the 3 world wars, but towards the Third World War, the phrase is used, we will see the origin of savagery. And this is just the same as the New World Order phrase, order out of chaos, order ab chaos. The New World Order rising out of chaos, the origin of savagery. Now, order ab chaos can also reference the bull, just like Baal or out of a storm. And, we see references to this in the mainstream media, like with Miley Cyrus. He came in like a wrecking ball and other depictions. But this seems to be what this is alluding to. And, this is the music I grew up with, and I can't deny that there's still something in me that does pull me in my flesh towards what I have been conditioned with, because I've been in the generation that's grown up with this and seen this as normal. I used to fall asleep with this music playing in my earphones because I feel relaxed with a chaotic mind. This is the conditioning that I've experienced growing up in this culture. So isn't it interesting that when you go to some of these raves and these music events, which are extremely popular amongst the young people, full of drugs, full of these jungle chaos beats, and also that people are visually manipulated through the symbols that are shown that are actually pretty much the same as what we see here in this Adobe commercial. The symbols of Babylon and the MK Ultra mind control. And this is ritual abuse. This is a form of ritual abuse on the minds of the young. What's interesting is all of the elements of ritual abuse. It includes sexual deviance at these events. It includes mind control, emotional control, drug control. All of these elements of satanic ritual abuse are present at these events. So these symbols find their way back to Babylon, and you have to ask yourself, why are we seeing the same symbols over and over again? And some of these symbols display very clearly what the agenda of this is. With the Monarch MK Ultra symbols, we've seen this butterfly so many times, and people say, well, it's a sign of MK Ultra, and that's true. But there's several meanings to some of these symbols, and they get more and more sordid the deeper you go into what they mean. And this all has its roots in the cult of Diana, with the prostitution and the drug insertion. The Hollywood was actually a stick which was used to, watch if you've got kids around, but to use the stick to put the drugs into the person, usually on the back end in the rectum. And these are the elements that make for this satanic mind control, which is so accepted now and partook in various forms, with the sacrifice of the innocent, because most people don't know what they're doing there. The triangle is also a symbol to represent the back passage, with the eye in the position of, the behind of a person. That's how that's how awful this is. It's talking about sodomy, sodomy agenda, and on another level, the triangle is also a symbol. So I've read recently, on top of the kidney, and also the butterfly is not only a symbol for new beginning, for brainwashing an individual to make them into a different, a person, but it's also a symbol for thyroid, which are affected by satanic ritual abuse. So on the screen, you've got these butterflies and you've got these triangles, and they're all representing various forms of this ancient Roman, Greek and Babylonian forms of ritual abuse. Nothing to be celebrated, but something to be, that people were raped and all sorts. This is nothing to be celebrated. And then alongside that, you have the symbols of the owls and the Bohemian Grove symbolism, which is just part of the mind of these social manipulators that have been involved in doing this. These are the types of people involved in the 0.1% of this world that are at the top of their so-called pyramid, that are merely continuing the religion and the agenda of ancient Rome and Babylon and Egypt. The same cult that still exists today through the people that serve as quote-unquote high priests of these secret societies, the Jesuits and these secret orders and Kabbalah orders and Frankists, Sabbateans, Jesuits, Freemasons, Knights of whatever. All of these people, whoever they are, we don't know exactly who they are, but whoever these people are, they're continuing an age-old Babylonian religion. And so many people are being manipulated. You see so many people on, on these truth forums that realise there's something going on in this world. And then, they're all about exposing the elite, and they see something's going on, and then they kind of fall for certain other things. They start, they still think these events are really good, and they don't realise that, well, actually this symbolism is part of an ancient cult, which is what these people who are there and are are having a negative influence on this globalist New World Order platform, but then you kind of slide in to following the same religion as they worship, which is Luciferianism, because people get blinded by the light, by the false light of Lucifer. And that's the trick. That's how it works. So people understand, there's a negative satanic agenda going on. But then, on the other hand, they still fall prey to the quote-unquote light workers, like Eckhart Tolle, he's got, people think, he's got some great things to say. He knows how to achieve peace and inner nirvana. This is exactly the same religion. There are only two religions in the world. There's Luciferianism, and there's Jesus Christ. Luciferianism includes Hinduism, Islam, Baha'i, all of these ancient, self-determination, self-ascension, all of these types of things are the satanic side. The only good side is Jesus Christ, because he is the one who is the king, and he's the only alternative to this world, full stop. Everything else is this world. Everything in Jesus is about the true kingdom of God, your creator. There are only two choices. It's very, very simple. So, I hope this kind of helped to put a few things into perspective, and thank you for listening, guys.